Hey, what's up guys, TechTime here and I'm back again with a brand new video. So before I begin, as always, I do want to thank you all so much for watching this one. If you do enjoy my content, make sure you leave a thumbs up. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. So today we're going to be taking a look at the T-Mobile Revel 8 Pro. And I've spent only a few hours with this phone, so I can sort of give you guys first impressions, but not a definitive conclusion. So let's go ahead and get started with the basics. So the first thing that I want to speak on here is the design itself. And the T-Mobile Revel 8 Pro follows a very simplistic formula, so nothing too complicated or nothing too drastically kind of eye-catching as far as design. It does have this sort of a two-tone finish up at the top versus the bottom. The bottom has a matte finish texture, whereas the kind of upper half has a slightly smoother version of it. But overall, nothing too drastic. You also have the triple camera setup with your dual-tone flash on the back. On the right-hand side, you have your magenta power button that doubles as a fingerprint, your volume up and down. And the entirety of the design itself is built on plastic. However, the sides, they do have this chrome finish to them. Now on the bottom, you have your bottom-facing speaker, two microphones, as well as your USB-C port that fast charges at 33 watts. We'll talk a little bit more about that later, but you do also get a 15 watt of wireless charger. And overall though, that's the design. Very simplistic, nothing too crazy. And on the front, you do have your 6.7 inch Full HD Plus display, and it is an AMOLED technology display, so you don't get an IPS panel or anything like that, so I guess that's definitely appreciated. And it does also support a smooth 120 Hz refresh rate, so it's definitely a significant upgrade over any LCD panel from a budget phone. And overall though, it's not bad. Now the bezels are a little bit on the larger side, however, nothing too crazy or nothing too dramatic in that regard. Overall, the display does get a pass from first impressions. It may not be the craziest OLED display or the brightest in the world, but again, it is an OLED display. It beats out most LCD panels, and it does also provide us with 120 Hz refresh rate, so thumbs up for that. Now the camera front, you get a triple camera setup with your main sensor being a 50 megapixel with optical image stabilization, and that's going to help reduce blur and shake when you take photos, so the pictures will come out sharper and videos will become a little bit less shaky. We're definitely going to be doing a camera test on this device, so make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for that video. The front camera actually gets a nice boost to 32 megapixel to that of the previous generation, so that's also definitely something that's appreciated. Mainly, you also get a wide angle lens, which is not really all that great from the first impressions. Okay, so now I do want to switch and talk a little bit about the performance of this device. So here's your quick spec sheet. So first of all, you get the Qualcomm Snapdragon 6 Gen 3 processor with AI support. You also get 5000 mAh battery, 33 watts of wired charging and 15 watts of wireless charging, 256 GB of standard storage, 5G connectivity, and so you also get 8 GB of RAM. Now basically what all that translates to is sort of a mid-range performance. This phone is going to be fine in your everyday tasks, even pushing it for between like lighter to mid gaming titles, it's going to be fine. Now it doesn't have any crazy high performance or crazy battery life or anything to flex on like that. However, for the most part, it's going to be fine for the average consumer, and for that I think it's going to be decent. Now, overall though, here's my sort of first impressions conclusion. This phone seems to be good at what it does. However, two things. This phone is exclusive to T-Mobile and Metro by T-Mobile customers. Now, if you do buy it outright from T-Mobile, you can get it unlocked and put it to whatever carrier you like if you want to go through all that. However, the MSRP for this phone is $280. Now, is that going to be worth it for you, or is this phone ready to compete with other phones in the market at this sort of price point? This phone is set out to compete with things like the Moto G Power 2025 and the Galaxy A26 as its two main competitors. Does it keep up or not? We're going to find that out in the full review, so stay tuned for that. I hope you guys found this video useful. If you did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe. And that's all I got for you guys for this one. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.